Hey Canucks fans, my name is RevTrev. Welcome to the channel. Crazy news. Had to jump on, make a quick video, and yeah, this is not good news, everyone, and it's not shocking at all. Thatcher Demko has been placed on the IR. This is what we were hoping wouldn't happen. The injury. Not injury. I shouldn't use the injury was not too serious. That's the part. Not too serious. Then changed to week. Now we're on the IR. Guys, girls, this is not good news. This is not good news. And that's why I made this video, because I wanted to ask the question, is Thatcher Demko's career done? What does his future hold? And we're going to go through a bunch of scenarios. I know this is just like last minute video, not last minute. I just heard the news an hour ago. I'm like, I need to do a video on this. This is absolutely nuts. So the question, what does the future hold? I don't know the answer to that question right now. I literally do not know the answer. So I'm hoping that there's clarity coming sooner than later, but the Canucks seem to be Fort Knox when it comes to injuries. Like literally, they don't say anything, and then all of a sudden, by the way, he's out for a bunch of games. He's out for 2 months. Well, you know what I mean. If you think about this history with Thatcher Demko, gets injured, he's going to be back. He's going to be back in second round, or he's going to be back for against Dallas if we make it to the third round, and then next thing you know, he's not going to be ready for the beginning of the season, and then it's a while, and here we are in December, and then all of a sudden now it's 2025, and he gets re-injured, tweaks something, and it's like, you know what? I unfortunately, I'm just thinking he's probably done. He's probably done. I think as Canuck fans, we don't want that, because we're like, no, this is our Vezina candidate goalie. He's an elite goalie. What is going on? How is this even happening? And it's like, literally, you need to prepare. Well, maybe you don't have to do anything. I need to prepare myself that this might be the last we ever see of Thatcher Demko. I'm hoping not. Now we'll get into that. I still have a feeling he's going to play this season. I'm not sure. I'm not a doctor. I don't have any medical reports, nothing. I'm just looking. I'm just reading what's going on here, everyone. Just feels very similar to last year. Hey, he's just going to be out for a few games. Oh, it's not that serious. Oh, man. Well, we did make it. So, oh, no, but it's going to be months now. It's going to be months. I mean, this is very concerning as a Canucks fan. I know that Soul Search Guru is here saying Demko is on the Canucks permanently injured reserve. I know, it just seems like that. Man. Tony says, it's so sad if Demko is done. What are the odds we get a Vezina goalie and career done? It's possible. Tony doesn't hope that he's not done. I don't know. Dell says he'll play again, but not for the Canucks. Just not for the Canucks. Okay. let's just dive into some of these scenarios first, and then we'll get there. I want to talk to you about the trade scenario. So many people are like, trade Demko. It's like, guys, girls, Demko's not tradable right now. He's not tradable. No one wants an injury plagued goalie who makes $5 million a year. I'm just telling you that right now. Nobody wants that. We are not trading him. The only option right now is we hope he gets better. And that is, I mean, I think that's a fact, but maybe I'm wrong on that. If Demko gets traded, I will be shocked. I'll be shocked. We've put a lot of effort into this guy. He has played very well for our team. We have been very, very happy with his performance when healthy. Like, look at these stats, everyone. Right before he got hurt, second start of the week, look at the goals against, look at the save percentage, and he gets a shutout. Like, that's the kind of goalie he is, and it's just heartbreaking. Now, we need to understand something, that Lankinen's contract, like I said last night during the live stream, Vegas live stream, was more significant than the Canucks are letting on, right? 5 years, guys. Why would you sign Lankinen for 5 years if you knew Demko was healthy? They knew. And that's what I was saying. And then this comes out. So this is really, really, really important to understand and to know that Lankinen, that contract, it's more than just a, this is the tandem the Canucks want. This is the 1A, 1B situation. No. This is $4.5 million, 5-year term. 5-year term, everyone. This is absolutely nuts. In fact, if you go to that term right now, I'm just going to look at it. So it's a no movement clause. So Lankinen cannot be traded, sent to the minors, or waived without his approval, and his contract ends in 2030. 2030. So this is a shifting that is happening right before our eyes mid-season. You know how much shifts the Canucks have had mid-season? No one in their wildest dreams would have thought that JT Miller would have got traded this year, mid-season. Craziness. Demko might be done mid-season. Besser might not be on the team anymore. Might get traded mid-season, well, end of season. Trade deadline. That is a real... Pedersen might get... Is this the most interesting team in the NHL? For sure. The storylines are insane. But that Lankinen contract, you went and picked up the starting goaltender for Team Finland, and you got him for 4.5 times 5 years. I think Lankinen is going to be the goalie of the future here. They are believing in this guy. They love his character. They love how he's playing. That there's a shift that's happening, and we need to understand that. Now, people have asked me this. You know how many people have said this? Simmons, the Canucks are cursed. Are the Canucks cursed just when we get a Vezina winning goaltender, or candidate goaltender, I should say? This is what happens. I know it's frustrating. It's really frustrating. I don't know. I don't think we are cursed. I'm just saying, I don't think we're cursed. But sometimes it feels like that, doesn't it, Canucks fans? Like, really? Just when things are starting to turn around, and all of a sudden the wheels are all feel like they're falling off. Okay, let's talk about this. IR or LTIR. Right now, it's just IR, which means that he can come back this season, okay? But LTIR might mean something totally different. Let's just watch what happens with the terminology, okay? Right now, it's IR, which is saying, hey, we're just getting him a rest. We're getting some cap relief, that kind of stuff. But I think LTIR is where you really get cap relief. So that's something to just focus on, watch, be careful of. The question is, well, what is the injury? I read on X today. By the way, if you are not following me on all the socials, please do. X, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. Follow me at Kempner Canucks. I read on X today that it's not the knee. It's not the knee injury, but I don't know. Again, it's not coming from a doctor. It's just someone reporting there. I'm not sure. So these are important things. The last thing we need to talk about too, actually there's two things. Mancini was called up today, which is he going to play tonight? I doubt it, but boy, it'd be great to see him in a Canucks uniform tonight. We are so excited about Victor Mancini. He is a big boy. I think he could really do some incredible things for the Canucks. But in saying that, now the Canucks' current cap space is $8.6 million with an expected deadline cap space of 10.4. That's important to know walking into deadline. Are we going to sign Besser back? Are we trading him? Are we trading Pettersson? What kind of cap space? Teams that have cap space can make deals, and we're going to find out in the next few days. 5 games in 4 days. No, it can't be. It has to be 4 games in 5 days. That's what the Canucks are going to do. So it's going to be incredible, interesting. Oh, I'm very interested to see how this goes. I'm very interested to see how this goes. By the way, we're Sunday afternoon. Okay. This is February 23rd. So glad that you're here. I'm going to dive into more comments. Let me hit the promo, and then we're going to go right into your comments. And this is just a quick video to talk. Is Thatcher Demko done? Is his career done? Because the Canucks just placed him on the IR. All right, let's dive into these awesome comments. So glad that you're here on a Sunday afternoon. And let's just bring this up here. By the way, heads up, I'm doing a post-game show right after the game tonight. Utah, Vancouver, looking forward to it. Games, I believe, at 5 p.m. Pacific time. So I'll be going live right after. It's going to be 7:40-ish when the game ends. Whenever the game ends, I'm going live. Join me tonight for the post-game show. I love doing post-game shows, and I love it when you're there. So let's talk about your comments, and I'm excited that you're here. Okay, so Canuck Tony says, I hope we can stick with Demko like Def Leppard did with their one-armed drummer. I think he will be back. I hope so too. Amazing what a year makes. This has been probably the most wild one in history, right? In Canucks history, this has been crazy, absolutely crazy. Okay, I think Besser is being traded. We need a center, and Demko is staying. I pray he gets better. I would not trade him. Okay, thank you, Tony, for sharing that. Galactic says, will we go get another goalie then and try a Vegas scenario? I'm unsure. That's a great question. The more I think about this and what's going on with Thatcher Demko is that it's a little sad because I wanted us to go get a Askarov, and we never went and did that. But Lankinen has been so good. But boy, I would have loved to have Askarov, but we couldn't afford them all, and Askarov wanted to play somewhere. So hindsight 2020, Askarov would have been great. He's in San Jose, but I think he's got talent coming out of the wazoo. But yeah, he got moved. But that's the other thing. Nashville's crazy. You've got Saros, then you had Lankinen, then you have Askarov. They traded the 2 backups, gone, trying to get their team better. On the bright side, Ovi got a hat trick today. That's crazy, hey? The Leafs, the last time they put goalie Matt Murray on waivers, didn't result in a single NHL team that had chosen to pick him up. He's playing more games in the AHL, ECHL, and NHL regular season with the Marlies than the Leafs. That's wild, isn't it? That's absolutely wild. At least we have Langton's for 5. It was a good backup plan for sure. Why didn't they put him on LTIR? I'm not sure. We'll see. They still might. Maybe they believe he'll be back this season. Okay, they put Primo on a contract, a sub $1 million contract on waivers, only for him to go unclaimed. Yeah. I don't know. Like, are you suggesting, David, that we're going to put Thatcher on waivers? I'm not sure. Lankinen gets a new no movement clause for 2 years, and then I think it's a 15 list that in the last 3 seasons. That's good. Good clarity. I didn't know that. Still love the signing. LTIR removes his cap space. IR means they still pay him. Okay. Not pay him, but it costs the cap space. Yeah, no, I understand what you were saying there. Love that signing and O'Connor. Well, I'm hoping the O'Connor one is still amazing as well. Vezina goalie and career-ending injuries. Yeah, like what's going on? It's amazing if we win a cup with all the gods against us. The gods are against us. I guess that's the question: are we cursed? Right? We'll make it happen even more. Yeah, you're predicting Canucks are going to win 2026 if that happens, and I kind of feel like it's going to be a miracle at this stage. Galactic. A lot of times it feels like we chase goalies away rather than the media. The media chases. Well, then we're not chasing a goalie away on this. This is an injury, so IR doesn't include cap relief. Okay. LTIR gives the Canucks cap space, while regular IR simply means a player is unavailable with his cap hit still counting towards the Canucks cap. Thank you, David W., for clarifying. Kevin's here. Mancini would be better than Soucy. That's possible. But it remains to be seen. But boy, we want to see him. Plus, Mancini, I believe, is a right-handed shot defenseman as well. Yeah, we got that now, guys. So no more questions. No more clarification needed. I don't think Mancini needs another year. Jet Wu is an AHL player. I don't think he's ever going to make the NHL. Mancini needs to play with Hughes and protect him. That would be awesome. If he can keep up with him, that would be incredible. Mancini is a little raw for sure. Yo, what is it? What is what? PD misses his buddy Kuzi. Yeah, I know. Sean Big Johnson. Yes. You've mentioned that in the last stream as well. It's fine. To be a fly on the wall in the Canucks for the Canucks management, that would be really interesting. You might not like what you hear, though. Kevin says, if the Canucks spend the cap space they have before the trade deadline, can they put EP40 and Demko on the LTIR and make another $16 million worth? Maybe Marner from Toronto for Soucy. Why would they do that? Especially coming out the World Juniors. I don't know. They're not going to put EP40 on LTIR. I don't think. But if he's hurt, I think he should be on the IR. You're going to stick with that. I think that's the only option we have. The Blackhawk down. Never leave a man behind. If he gets back, I hope he gets back here. I agree. But I think the writing's on the wall, Canuck Tony. I think you need to prepare yourself, just like I'm trying to do myself. Jimmy says, Canucks are cursed. Vancouver Canucks fans booed Team Canada in 1972 and cheered a godless Russia team. Really? David W. doesn't think that Demko's career is done just yet. Perhaps his placement on IR a bit closer to missing significant time from this week onward. He's not out for the rest of the season. That's true. Not just yet. Canucks won't get cap relief. Okay, we understand that. I love it when the post game isn't at 10 p.m. That's great. Well, if you think about it, most games are at 7 p.m. So the game ends about 9:40. I mean, what? I don't know what it's like. Literally logistics. Can't be a post game until 9:40, 9:45. So I just watched the highlights of the Capitals Oilers game. Ovi got a hat trick and is 13 away from the record. I know it's absolutely insane. And Ovi is in his late 30s, is still going strong. Would love to see a Washington-Winnipeg final, the Peggers and the Caps. That would be a really cool final for sure. You just tried to simply point out that 2 goalies with sub-$1 million contracts weren't attractive enough for NHL to pick them up free. Yeah. Murray's been injury prone. Yeah. I hear you. I hear you. I always liked the Jets since seeing Keith Tkachuk play like it was the finals. Yeah, the Jets are solid. They're not my favorite to watch for sure, but they're stacked right now. Jax, did you see Lanky's post-signing interview? He was almost crying from emotion. Clearly thankful for this contract and payoff for his hard work. That's huge. Huge going from like, is this the end of my career to get in a 5-year deal with the Canucks? That's pretty cool. Lankinen seems to be a really great guy. Sorry, meant that it's not that we are cursed with the goalies, but we just put a lot of pressure on them. Of course we do. Every team puts a lot of pressure on them. The one game I saw Mancini play, I noticed him for sure. Mancini is a righty. He needs some NHL time to see how he fits with the team. Drew, you're right. Again, we've talked about this. I hate West Coast game times. Well, we're in the West Coast. I don't know what to say to you. I wonder what we'll do with the cap going up. Trade Besser, keep Demko, trade Hoglander. I'd keep Hogs myself, but you have to trade somebody. I mean, his contract is the smallest, right? Of those $3 million, I think that is important. Can't trade everyone away. Kevin says, my point is that if they use the cap space they have now, they'll put 11 points or so EP 40 and the $5 million on LTIR. I know, but you can't put Pedersen on LTIR unless he's an LTIR candidate. And they don't want him long-term off the IR. That's the thing. So I'm surprised they haven't put him on the IR, never mind the LTIR. So we'll see. But I understand what you're saying, that the 10-9 is. Guys, it's Canuck Tony. You just even posting this shows how far the Canucks have gone. Because when I mentioned this, people wanted to shoot me. I'm like, maybe we should go trade for Mitch Marner. And everyone was so angry. Can't play in the playoffs. He's terrible. I was like, he's not terrible. He's a really good hockey player. Plays great two-way game, but also is just an offensive guy. He puts up points. Now, playoffs, he struggled, and that's important. So, should trade EP40 for Miller? Yeah, preach it, brother. I agree. I'm just kidding. Everyone is done. The real question is Hughes done in Vancouver? We don't know the answer to that question, but that is a massive question, right? I hope not. He's in Toronto, so he's used to the broadcast starting at 10 p.m. So Hughes better not be done. He is a Canuck. I agree. If you offer him $14 million, everyone, come on, think about it. He's going to stay. They should send PD to New York just for laughs. I think if he went to Philadelphia, that would be crazy. I think that's a legitimate question that he asks. A lot of people are asking, is Hughes done? A lot of people are asking that. This is a very, you listen to sports talk radio, especially Sportsnet 650 here locally. They're talking about this nonstop. So I don't think he needs to chill at all. I don't think he needs to chill at all. The Canucks this season aren't likely to come close to a 2025 Cup final, but maybe next season they'll turn things around drastically. It's too early to tell. Like, guys, if we make the playoffs right now, we play Vegas or Winnipeg. I think if we end up playing Vegas, we have a better chance. We're losing 2-1 to Vegas. 2-1, and we didn't have Hughes last night. Just saying. So, speaking of Quinn Hughes, I think Hughes is a warrior. I don't think he will flake. I don't think he will too, but it depends what this Canuck team looks like. Yeah, exactly. I would pay him $14 million a year. Cap's going up. Just do it. He's well worth the money. To be honest, I doubt Hughes will leave. I wouldn't say I doubt it. It all depends. It all depends on when that contract comes up and what he wants. I would love to see Petey with Torts yelling. Oh, my goodness. I think Tortorella is not only NHL, is the only NHL player who yells more than JT. Is the only NHL player, you mean coach who yells more than JT? Oh, man. When I lived in Pittsburgh, I loved West Coast games, hockey on all night. That's true. That's a good point, Drew. David, Cup 2026, a 10-year prediction. He still has faith. His faith. Absolutely. Kent, welcome all the way from X. The Canucks need to decide on Besser. They really need to sign him. He wants to be here, very loyal to the team, loves the team, and finally, Canucks can't score. Who are you going to replace him with? Well, he didn't score last night. Never got a point last night, right? So did he play last night? But that's the thing, right? I just, my opinion is I don't want to pay Brock $8 million for 8 years. So it's not that they don't want him here. They don't want to keep him. It all comes down to, in my opinion, term. So Kent, I hear what you're saying. I don't want to be signing Brock Besser to an 8-year contract. The Canucks aren't an unfixable in an unfixable position. You're right. If we lose Hughes, then fired management. The thing about, you're probably right. The flip side to this comment is they have had their hands full and they have been making moves, and I love it. I'm not as interested in a cup. I just want to see them in the playoffs regularly. I want them to win a cup. So, yeah, exactly, Rod. Huh? They have plenty issues to fix if they're going to successfully convince Quinn Hughes to stay as a Canuck. I agree. Kevin would prefer Winnipeg in the first round. Hellebuck has a lousy record in the playoffs. Oh, I think you got to be careful what you wish for, Kevin. We do not play well against Winnipeg. Go check what we've done this year against Winnipeg. We've gotten smoked by them. Vegas, we play them tough. Leckermacki is, I agree. Yeah. The D is getting better. With JT gone, we are needing some top 6 help. Canuck, Tony, you are right. I think if Besser leaves, Hughes would start to feel like what's the point? I mean, the point is if we win. That's the point. It's just basically that's the problem. We have cap space to add an impact forward. Yeah, I know. I think that's great. Matt says, I think almost every bad contract wouldn't be as bad with only a 2-year term. 11.6 million for 2 years isn't even as bad for EP4. I agree. Too bad they aren't signing those 2-year deals. Calvin says, like I said, I said this before. I wish they would split up 5 times 5 for both of them. This would mean splitting the games played, rotating between goalies. Demko is in second for all-time goalies. Second for what? All-time goalies for the Canucks? Five times 5 for both of them. So 5 million times 5 years, or 5 games and 5 games? I don't understand what you're saying. Besser pay him 8 times 8 because they can always trade him in 4 years. There's 30 teams that want him, even at his speed. Yeah, I don't think so, but you know, maybe you're right. Matt, I want to see Alvin and Rutherford sign more short-term deals and bridge deals. I too, but look at all the deals they're making. Pettersson 8 years, Miller 8 years. You've got Lankinen at 5. You got there's some significant stuff there, right? Drew says Torts would be good for Petey because he would actually bench him when. Yeah, good point. No, there wouldn't be easy outs for sure. Dick says trade Hughes for some talent. Hughes alone is doing nothing for this team. That is not true. It wouldn't matter if the goalie is hot. Rotate anyways for the future health of the goalie. This team is silently rebuilding anytime you start moving your core out. Example, JT, possibly EB40, Brock, Demko. The silent rebuild has started. I agree. Yeah, you're a big fan of the signings. Love PD3. Oh, yeah, that's another one, right? A whole bunch of years, 6 years. Love O'Connor. Love Lang signing. Now now you're going to love an extension, but not to 8 years. Okay, I agree with you. Someone asked me today, what if Trump did something like Putin and international hockey banned the USA? That would mean the end to the NHL. We have a Canadian only hockey league. Yeah, I just all these hypotheticals, right? I just don't think they happen. Yeah, EP40 is just crazy. But yeah, I don't know. I think if he's injured, bench him. Not bench him. Put him in the press box. Or just, you know what I mean? Get him healthy. But long-term deals are better because of inflation cap. It's only better if they play good. EP40, minus 20 might be okay in 4 years. Minus 20? It's worth keeping. Ovi has always been slow, but the right place, right time. Good point. Okay. Hughes is not doing nothing. I agree. He was just coming in to troll, guys. He was coming in to troll. That's all he's trying to do. Hughes is doing everything for the team. I agree. All right, I got to run. The game is coming up. The game is coming up at 5. Join me for the Utah game. Okay, everyone, join me for the Utah game. Post-game show. Would love to hang out with you guys more. I'm going to head out. Thank you so much for being here on a Sunday afternoon. 111 people watching this stream. And the question was, is Thatcher Demko done? Because the Canucks plays Demko on IR today. I hope not, but I am not optimistic at this stage. We hope you get better, Thatcher. Have a great day, everyone. And of course, always, we cheer this team on. Go Canucks, go! What?